know if that's going to work. We'll hide that up there. In any case, oh yeah, it's live. I'm still settling into my Kia Forte. It is cold, cold this morning. I got like 8 degrees. Whew, it is cold this morning. And today is Fly Away Friday. Today is Friday, getting ready for the weekend. And speaking of weekend, I'm getting some messages from divorced dads talking about why in the hell, some of them are pretty angry, they weren't able to get even 50-50 custody. So I'm going to go back to about 20 years ago, my little battle that happened with a country lawyer and some of the problems I had mentally and some of the problems I had of not knowing my kids so well. Ooh. You know, I had documentation, I had my lawyer, I had my rights as a father, and I thought I was ready. Whew. And then the judge looked at me. Here's a question that comes. The judge looks at me and asks me, he was kind of, do you know your daughter's best friend's name? I do now. I didn't back then. No. Do you know your daughter's best friend's name? Do you know his or her doctor's name, pediatrician name? Oh. And we get, man, look, that freezing right there, that deer in the headlight look, I think it said it all for the judge. And it's not because I didn't love my daughters back then or don't love my children now, okay? It's not because I was a bad dad. It's because I've been living, it's going to sound weird, but I've been living in a chicken coop. I've been a chicken, living as a chicken. And I was thinking that legal strategy and, you know, my rights as a father was enough to get me 50-50 custody. Ooh, that moment in court clipped my wings. Snip, 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 snip. And now I was not able to fly like I thought I was going to be able to as a divorced dad. Ooh. See, I'm pretty sure the judge didn't need to hear much else after that. I'm pretty sure his mind was made up. The lawyers did their thing, but after that question and me freezing, pretty much knew at that point who was going to be primary parent, right? And I wasn't looking to, 100% custody or anything like. I knew I had to do the work and all the stuff and other things, and that's what dads usually do. Moms do as well. And so it gets messy, and we sometimes, as a divorced dad, come in there thinking, well, what do we think? And so I became a weekend warrior dad. That was me every other weekend, and sometimes on Wednesdays or other, dinners if I was lucky. And so I spiraled back then, but now I get the questions from the dads now. It's ouchy, okay? I deserved what I got back then because I did not know my daughter's best friend's name. I didn't know their doctor's name. I barely remember what school they were going to. I mean, it's hurting. The truth hurts sometimes. But I learned a great deal back then, and I bring those lessons learned to you guys, to a courtroom disaster that could be. I thought showing up in court and having a lawyer was the work, was what I needed to do. And what I'm learning now is being involved, being a present parent. That's the most precious gift we can give, not only to our kids, but it counts when we get to the courts as well. If you're a dad that's not involved in your kid's life, how can you expect when you get to the courtroom, oh, this is going to hurt? How do you expect to get to the courtroom if you're not even knowing their best friends' names or their doctor's names or their school's name or what their favorite color is or favorite foods? How can you expect to go in there to win 50-50 or be the primary parent? Oof. And so anyway, I just want you to understand that it's not always about the lawyer. It's not always about, having that shark lawyer that's going to attack. Maybe it's just simple things of being the present parent. Ooh, and that's, this. I want you to understand. This is not theory, okay? I'm not some divorce lawyer or even this. This is just, my experience, my stories. I'm getting questions. The reason for this live is I'm getting questions from you guys about why is this so hard? Why can't I just, we get thoughts, don't we? We get the destructive thoughts like the courts are rigged against us. The fathers are, Kay Gonzalez, hey and howdy. Hey and howdy there. And so what do? We got custody battles that go on. We got Lena Bison. Welcome, welcome. And so we have that uh, facing us, especially with holidays coming up. You know, Christmas more than likely is going to be at one parent's house and the other parent's sitting there just not able to do. We got DPS Sue. Hey and howdy. Hello, hello. And so, look, you're in the right place if you're looking to be able to learn how not to be a chicken and how to be an eagle. I got my wings clipped big time by that judge. You can't hear me much. I do not know what that means. Maybe a volume thing? Maybe do I have a volume thing happening on my if I adjust that a little bit? Anyone else having problems with the volume? Let me see what we got for volume. I will see if I can turn this up. My volume is all the way up, and is that better? Maybe I. Oh, we got some. I can hear you. Okay, good. Maybe it's their volume that they need to turn up a little bit. In any case, my origin story. Oh, that courtroom moment. The question about who my daughter's best friends were, what their names were, and me freezing. The deer, and he's just like, the deer in the headlight look like, oh. I felt, I felt like I lost it all in that moment. And so, this idea of being present, of this gift to your kids, is not just that. It can be what you can bring with you to the courtroom that I'm beginning to think is more important than any lawyer, than any legal strategy. It's just simply being there for your kids, whether you're the divorced mom or the divorced dad. Look, we don't need to make this a huge fight. It ends up being a huge fight. I know. I was involved in one 20 years ago, and I'm currently separated, and we're having our issues even now. So I know about how messy this can get, and how in the world can we go? Oh, it's Kay is like, yep, it's 3:45 here in New York, so I'm with you, Kay. Uh, it is that time in the morning. This is crisis time. This is crisis time for me. And with child custody kind of being on my mind a lot, me realizing, do I even know? See, I recently went on a trip with my two kids to their medical appointments. It was about 3 hour drive over, 3 hour drive back. And this is what kind of sparked, plus the questions I'm getting from our Brotherhood of about 5,000 of us in a divorced dad support group. And we get this question a lot, and new guys coming in with this custody battle going on and what to do. And this is what sparks today's subject of, the child custody. Am I being the present parent that I should be? That's what we need if we want to be able to, and it's about the kids. If we can keep the kids at the center of attention on both sides, whether you're the mom, the dad, the kids are what's important. The kids need to know whether they're at dad's or they're at mom's, they're going to be loved. They're going to be taken care of. That mom and dad, yeah, they might be in separate households, but they still love you, not the child's fault. I back then I got bitter. Okay, I didn't get better back then. I'm getting better now. I'm showing up on these lives every day, helping. I hope I'm helping you guys to see things in a different way. This idea of flyaway Fridays is about being the chicken. It's about being cooped up. It's about realizing that just having a good attorney and a legal strategy and your father's rights going into court does not mean that you're going to get that 50-50 custody or what you're wanting. That's the part that I want you to realize is that there's got to be a shift. I talk about shift a lot. Shift is shift, the five-letter word. Okay, the shift from being, grubbing and pecking with the chickens on the ground, waiting for the farmer to come to feed you. That kind of shift from there, from being cooped up, from thinking the courts are rigged against me. That judge, and I spent, I don't know how much time spent, and I wasted a bunch of time blaming the judge, blaming my ex, blaming everything around, even blaming me for not being able to have not full. I was hoping, see, there's the problem, hoping for 50-50 custody back then. I didn't prepare for it. I wasn't involved in my kid's life to a point where a judge would say, and the judge did right by me back then. I didn't deserve to have 50-50 custody, not with what I was bringing to the table back then. And that's what I want you guys to realize. Realize this, that you've got to take an honest, sometimes it's going to hurt. You got to take an honest assessment. You got to look at yourself honestly and say, am I, and I'm not sure if the word is deserving, but am I ready to show my qualifications to have 50-50 custody of my children? Do I know do I know my kids? Do I know their favorite color? Do I know any of this stuff? And so the judge testing my memory that day, was testing my presence really. And you as a divorced dad, how is this test? If I asked you right now, what's your favorite color for your daughter or your son? Favorite activity. Today's favorite activity has got to be the electronics, right? They got to. Maybe that's everywhere. Our son, electronics has got to be it. That's his favorite thing. Our daughter, however, she does have some varied things that she likes to do with her stuffed animals and pretend and play and Barbie doll. Hey, I'm involved. I'm involved now. The courts are not going to care about the love part. What the courts are going to care about is how much you're involved. How much are you present with your children? That's the part that we need to be focused on, is being involved with our kids. Are we hugging them? Are we there? Are we present? Are we asking them questions? Are we interested in what they have to say? So the three false beliefs. And talking about false beliefs, this is like a chicken coop thing, okay? You think that maybe the documentation that you've done some screenshots and you got some legal custody, like, I don't know, we got you got the legal strategy ready. Do you have the right lawyer? It seems logical to have the right lawyers and document everything. But the problem with this is the screenshots, they're not going to provide, they can be faked, okay? You can have 500 screenshots and still lose because you didn't answer the basic questions about your kids, about your involvement with the kids. And the involvement patterns, they prove that you're a present parent. They just prove it. Do you know the teachers' names, the schools' names? Do you know their attendance at school? You get to teenagers and sometimes they can, what about homework, helping with homework, volunteer work, what about sports after school? Who drives them? Who attends their recitals and their sporting events and daily routines? Who tucks them in? Do you do a daily live with your kids? I do. I have that time that I video chat with my kiddos when I'm not there. Bedtime, I'm the one that I will go and tuck them in. Meals, meal prep, getting them ready for school. When I'm here, I try to help with doing that. That is on my list of things I want to do now. Oof. The the proof is not in the screenshots, guys. The proof is in what you're able to do relationship wise. Jay saying you're helping me rethink having kids. So I left them at the store. I got left at the store as a kid, Jay. I that's yeah. Oh man, you guys, my shift does stink. That's true. My shift from back then stinks like crazy. Bad stink, okay? Today's shift doesn't stink as much, okay? I'm working on the stench of the stink of the of the shift. All right, you guys, man, I love that. What about the second chicken coop belief? I'm already losing as a dad anyway, right? The system is rigged against me. I get this a lot. We get the hate type of posts that dads want to post inside the group, and I send them back. I say, I need a story about this, not just the hate. Why is it that you think that the courts and the system are rigged against dads? We can. That belief is, oh man, is very common in today's world. Very common. The danger of that. Ooh, the danger. You become a victim. That's a passenger seat belief. It's a chicken coop belief that will keep you stuck, and you will not. Ooh, that belief is destructive. That belief that the system is rigged. When, okay, maybe it is leaning towards, but what it does, which parent is normally, I'm just going to ask this question, which parent is normally the one getting the kids ready? Which parent is normally the one doing the meal prep, involved in the doctor visits and the school stuff and all those things? It's normally the mom. Ooh. So is the system rigged? Or maybe the mom is the one that's been doing a lot of this stuff. And now with the separation, with the divorce, now with the dad removed from it, see, now maybe the system is not rigged. Maybe it's just the relationship between the man and the woman, where the woman has been doing all of this stuff, and the man has been, this is where I was 20 years ago. I was the provider only. I was the protector only back 20 years ago. I got my ass handed to me in court. One question: who's your kid's best friend's name? What? I wasn't that involved back then to know that. That was a wake up call. I it didn't it caused other things caused me to circle the drain back then. Huge things happened along with losing in the courts and all of that. That just big spiral happened. Oof. Today, today I'm letting you know about the chicken coop idea that the courts and the system is rigged against you. Not exactly true. Not in my book. Not when you look at what's happening in the relationship. When you're married, who's doing most of the stuff with the kids? Who's most involved with the kids? Who's there, present for the kids? I know, as dads, we are the provider. We're the protector. We feel like we need to be out there doing this, doing that. But when we're home, are we checked? I checked out when I was home back then. I don't check out now. I'm there now. I'm a present parent now. Totally different. And so, ooh, back then, yeah, I thought the system was rigged. I thought the judge hated me. I thought, that all of the stuff that I blamed everything outside. Now, in separation, now I'm seeing things for what they are, for what the truth is. The eagle truth will set you free and allow you to unfold your wings from on your back and realize that the judges are going to reward the child custody to the daily involvement. Which parent is daily involved? Are they both? 50-50 custody is like a normal thing to award then when both parents. But when one parent does the most of the involvement, as in usually the mom, the dads They've got to show that they still are involved. The transformation comes from how do you transform? How do you shift from the system is rigged to holy shift? It's something inside of me that needs to change. I just spoke to you about what this channel is about. It's not about the outside crap. It's about the inside shift that we can make. Are we looking at it honestly? That word honest and truth sometimes hurts, especially if you've not been involved as you want to be. That can change. That can change. All right? Um, Here's bottom line. Courts, judges, they're going to look for the primary parent behaviors. Who does the maintaining of the school stuff, the medical stuff, the calendars? Who communicates, with the third parties, with the teachers, the doctors, the coaches? If that's not you as a divorced dad, get involved. Go to games. Go to recitals. Who's making the daily decisions about, meals and all the bedtime stuff and the homework? Who helps with homework? All these things come into play. Who sacrifices their social life? Maybe you're a guy that says, man, I'm going to go out with the guys instead of being there as a parent. Ooh, ouch. I used to do some drinking. I used to go out instead of being there for my kids back then. When's the last time I've been out with the guys now? I can't think of the last time I was, because now I'm spending that time with my kids, separated for over a year now. And I spend time with my kids. They weren't at school yesterday because of the storm. I had a day off. Man, it was a beautiful thing. Be able to spend some time with my kiddos. It was a beautiful thing. My time back then, I would have found something else probably to do. Not now. Not now. And so look, your shift on the inside has to do with how you see things. If you're going to see the system is rigged, you're not going to, oh man, you get stuck. You're not going to make the change on the inside. You're going to stay in the blame seat, the passenger seat. You're going to stay as a chicken. Yeah, don't do that. Make the shift from chicken to eagle, because I know you're an eagle. I know you have a heart of an eagle. Just like I know you want to drive you. You want to be in the driver's seat of you. You want to soar. And this is Friday. Fly away Friday. And so the chicken coop stuff, leave that all behind. The court's rigged against you, the system rigged against you, the judges are biased against fathers. Put all that stuff, leave that in the chicken coop, and begin. Oh, I got some notifications at 4 o'clock in the morning. Who's wanting to contact me at 4 in the morning? I have messages that come in all times of the night. Look, what I'm trying to say is be there for your kids, bottom line. Love on your kids. Hug on them. Be involved. Know their ins and outs, their doctors, their schools, are they playing the piano, are they playing sports, are they doing this, are they doing that? Be involved in that. That's the eagle way of being there. The screenshots, the evidence thing, the courts have approved ways to communicate, and I've been getting a lot about the high conflict stuff that happens. You've got a parent that keeps the kids away. I had that problem. I had my wife back then take the kids without warning, without a note, without any of that from me back then, okay? So I know about something about this high conflict stuff. In the court, you want to use some kind of app. We didn't have apps back then, okay? Now we have apps. We have third-party apps that allow you to communicate back and forth. I think it's called Family Wizard is one of them. Find a court-approved app to communicate with. And your communications need to be about your kiddos. That's, the records, Be involved in the school and the medical stuff and the extracurricular with the coaches. Uh, have the phone numbers. Text the coach. How's my kid doing? Anything that you need from me for the team, etc. Same with the teacher. Be involved. Um, and if you're going to document, be like a reporter, okay? You can request the records from the school, from the doctor, from, you know, all these things, even from coaches. They keep records, all right? That's, oof, there you go, right there. Be an eagle. Um, anyway, you guys, man, I love the fact that this one's a little bit different because of some of the questions I got about child custody. But let's make it about the child, about the children. Because once you do that, once you focus on the kids, the conflict can be overcome by just doing that. What's best for the kids? So if you've got an ex that is very, what's the word? I don't want to use narcissist. That's an overused term in my book. But let's just put, if you have a self-centered type of co-parent, and it's all about them, and they want to make you look bad, end up making, see, this is where the conflict. Sometimes you have a spouse that in order for them to look good, they want to make the other parent look bad. Ooh. They want to be like, you want to have the tallest building in the city, and that's like, if you have the second tallest, you're going to go into the tallest and you're going to destroy it. You're going to knock it down so now you can have the tallest building in the city. That's what that's like. We don't want to be doing that. We want to be the rock. We want to be there for them no matter the storm going on outside. If we can, whether you're a mother of divorce or a dad of divorce, a kid of divorce, a grandparent of divorce, no matter the storm that's going on out there, be the parent, be the kid that is present, that is being involved. That will get you so much farther than the right lawyer or the legal strategy of how to do this and that. Be involved with the love, with the builder side of things. Build that relationship. If you got the relationship like I do, that's tough with my current wife. It's strained. Okay, we have our problems, just like any couple. When you come to, we have the problems, but we're working on it. We're working on it, and we're focused on the kids during that time. That's my best way to go about this. I know this one's like, ooh, different than I've done in a while, but it still boils down to what we do on the inside that makes our outer world better. Stick with me if you haven't, you know, smash that subscribe button, as my daughter would say. Give me some thumbs up. We've already got like 5 thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I've got to go get some more sleep. Uh, I need to have some sleep. I've got kids to get ready for school in about 3.5 hours, and I'm going to be the one to help get them ready. The snow stopped. The storm has subsided, and so I'm pretty sure school will be on today. And my 2 kids' daddy is going to be the one that gets them ready for school. And the end of the stream, I will have a great sleep. Thanks, Spooks. Appreciate you. You can catch the recording. I usually make the recording available right after Spooks if you want to. I appreciate you jumping on and catching the end. Love you. I've got to go. You can tell I'm a bit on the tired side. I've not gotten a whole lot of sleep, and I need another at least 90 minutes to get me refreshed and ready to get those kids out. And then after they get to school, I get a little time to do some other things and things that I like to do. I love jumping on lives. I love my divorced dads support group, divorced mom support group. Man, I love you guys. I love the fact that support group is getting bigger and bigger, and the love that is shown in that group, the support that is coming from those, just helps me to be a better dad, a better person, because I know there's good people out there, and I'm going to keep attracting them. I'm going to keep bringing you in with the message that you're not alone. Love you guys. Catch you all later. Next live, 3:33 p.m. of course, on a flyaway Friday. I'll be back in 11 and a half hours. Love you guys.